with a little video to show you what decks I'm working with for the month of October. So one of my favorite months of the year, October. It's a great time to kind of get your witchy, vampire-y kind of groove on as far as cards and things. So of course I had to pick for the month of October the Tarot of the Vampires by Ian Daniels. Now, I got this deck a few years ago, and at first, I was kind of into working with it, and then I kind of lost interest. Like, I didn't quite connect, and then last year I started working with it again, and I actually reconnected with this deck. So, connecting again with this deck. It's front, or that's back. There's front, there's one of the cards. They're all very, very vampire-y, obviously. Lots of vampires, lots of sexy vampires. Very, dark kind of deck, but very, very Halloween-y, obviously. And I really think it's a very beautiful deck, and just wonderful for this time of year. I really like, sort of the sensibilities of it. There. I know a lot of people get a bit of a thrill out of this deck. It's a little bit different. It's not everyone's taste, of course. Some people find it, a little bit too dark in imagery, and that's understandable. But I think for Halloween and being kind of, having gothic sort of aesthetic taste, this is a really good deck to go with. It also comes with an excellent guidebook, probably one of the better guidebooks out there, called Phantasmagoria. That's it there. And it's really good. There's lots. It's very chunky with information. You don't have thumbnails, but you get about 5 pages for each of the major arcana. And then for the minor arcana, again, there's about 3 pages each of information. And then the front of it really goes into things like its connection with the Kabbalah as well as astrology. There's a little image right there. Kabbalah. The Tree of Life. It really goes into things, so it's quite an interesting deck, I have to say, and the book here is quite good too. So I do recommend this, even if you just want to read the book. I really do recommend this. For Lenormand, I'm actually using Kipper, my Findicicle Kipper, for the month of October. As you know, I'm doing the Oct-Kipper, the October Kipper Challenge, so that's what I'm using. But I think it kind of goes with the vampire thing because it has, that Victorian type vibe. So I think it really does go with that, kind of that romantic era type of imagery. So I think it goes really, really well with the Tarot of the Vampires. And then for my Oracle deck, I am using, of course, it's October, you gotta use the Halloween Oracle. This is just a great deck. I even love the box. I love all the little, bats and ghosts and things. Very great Halloween imagery. This is a Stacey DeMarco deck. Love the back. The front, of course, has beautiful Halloween imagery on it. Just gorgeous, gorgeous deck. I mean, what other deck could you use at this time of year? You got to use the Halloween Oracle. So, loving this deck. So happy I get to reconnect with this beautiful, gorgeous deck. Now, I usually use an angel card deck as well, but, this month I kind of thought it was better to go with the Goddess and Sirens deck, which is, obviously a deck also Stacey DeMarco as well. Just a wonderful goddess type deck. There we go. So that is the back there. And then we've got Kuan Yin, Eoster, Gaia. I find this time of year is really connecting with the goddess, especially crone goddesses or goddesses of the underworld. So I think that this deck is just a really wonderful one to go with. So that's the decks that I'm working with for the month of October. So if you were looking to get a reading from me, those are probably the decks I'll be working with unless you specifically request something else or I'm guided to work otherwise. But these are my October decks, and I think they make a really great kind of powerful combination. So let me know, what are you working with for the month of October? Are you working with any of these decks? Are you working with something a little different? let me know. I would love to hear. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.